Morning everyone, this is Dave. I'm doing a little bit more of an informational review on the TruGlo Pendulum site. I was asked to do a follow-up, so this is going to be it. On this one here, I've switched over to the PSE Dream Season Evo by Drury Outdoors, as you can see. And I'm not running the pendulum sight anymore. I've switched over to a standard 5-pin sight. And on this one here, I've got the ability to do a toolless adjustment on it. Loosen the screw that has a clamp, and then you just adjust it in. Really good sight. I'll do a review on it later. But let's get back to the pendulum. On a pendulum sight, as I showed, it basically works by loosening that screw there. And what happens when you loosen that screw, depending on the angle that you're aiming at, will dictate the angle that the sight sits at, and that sets you good for anywhere from 20 yards out to 35 yards. Now, to adjust this, which is really one of the questions that was asked, you got these two screws right here. That is going to be your vertical. Loosen both of those. If you're shooting high, you loosen these two and you raise this up. If you're shooting low, loosen both these and bring it down, just like you would any other sight. You follow the arrow. Now, for your in and out, your horizontal, as you see, it's got the guide numbers, and that's one thing I didn't like about it over here. I wish they had a way to set up your little nicks so that way you can follow your exact position. It makes things so much easier, but they do have them here. You loosen this screw right here, and that allows this whole shaft to slide in and out, left and right. And again, if you're shooting to the left, you move it to the left. If you're shooting to the right, you move it to the right. And that gives you your full adjustment. You do have the light that you can replace. And then you've got your mounting points. Now, one thing I need to point out is, you notice I've got this all the way up at the top. Well, you can actually mount it down below or mid-range. You don't have to mount this thing to the top, so they give you a really, really good range of adjustment. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that some guys sit 15 feet in the air, some guys sit 20, some guys sit 30. Whenever you do your baseline adjustment on the ground at 20 yards, you get up there, you set it up. Well, depending on the angle, you need to go up in the tree and reset this and fine-tune it once you're in the tree. And that's where this comes into play. You may find out that whenever you get up in the tree that you're way off. Well, that's because you're so high and your angle of shooting down at 20 yards has changed dramatically. So that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. It also has to do with draw length. But that takes care of that. I'd like to do a quick shout out to Fat Pat's Custom Shafts. He builds these arrows for me. They are absolutely amazing. You need to check him out on Facebook. Again, it's Fat Pat's Custom Shafts. Anybody can buy a box set. The box of arrows that you get at the store, they're all within a certain weight of each other until they're cut. At that point, they are no longer guaranteed to be within a certain weight of each other. All my arrows are fit to be a certain weight given for the style of shooting that I want. I asked Pat to build me some thumpers, something that's going to hit hard and heavy. I'm not looking for speed, I'm looking for something that's going to penetrate. And that's what he built me. They're built specifically for my bow and my shooting style, not anyone else's. This set here, 175 bucks. Custom made. My own fletching. I could have had wraps put on. I don't like wraps. I think that's extra stuff I don't need. The deer doesn't care what it looks like when it passes through them. But again, Fat Pat's Custom Shafts. Check him out on Facebook. Pat Olive. Amazing man. Absolutely amazing. He runs a great business. So give him a try. You're not going to find better arrows anywhere.